This is great. Speaker right here. Oh, no, it's all good. I should make more seats. There's going to be 300 people here tonight.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here he is for you.
Cool. Yeah, we're about to start.
There you go.
Yep. All right, welcome to Late Night Hump, the comedy night. I'm your host, Jordan Freed. It's spelled like fried, so I myself am fried. So I'm qualified to be hosting your show tonight. If I ever pull out my stoner notebook, this is for my jokes because I've smoked too much weed to remember my jokes. But I promise you, the weed makes me write some funny things. Some of the things aren't that funny though. You'll get both of them. Just make sure you smoke a lot of weed so that it gets its maximum potential. Because that's kind of how I feel about it. It is a performance-enhancing drug to me. I think I'm at my maximum potential when I'm smoking weed on a regular basis. Then again, I haven't really lived life without smoking weed on a regular basis for the last 4 or 5 years, so I guess I wouldn't really know what the optimal Jordan Freed is. I just like to assume that the optimal Jordan Freed is stoned, weed freed. All you need is weed freed. That's his name. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, they tried to replace me with a pile of trash. I had to fight with the venue to make sure that the trash did not take over, but I prevailed. The trash is now VIP. It is very exclusive trash. It gets on stage with me. If you want, it's giving out autographs afterwards, so stay till the end so that you see all of our wonderful comics. We really do have a lot of wonderful comics tonight. Some have been declared some of the funniest people in Philadelphia. We'll let you find out, see who announces they're from Philadelphia. We also have some favorites who come here often. Not me. I'm not your favorite yet, but there's some favorites of the joint coming up tonight, so you guys picked a good one to journey out. I'm actually going to be in New Orleans next week. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I feel like I'm already melting out there. I don't know how it can get hotter somewhere else, so wish me luck with that. On the way here, I was stuck in an hour of traffic because there was a car accident on the road, and they had to clear up the roads in front of it and behind it so that they could leave the accident there, just so that they could assess who's going to have to pay the insurance. I was stuck for an hour because they had to close the entire street because they couldn't just move it. Because if you move it, you lose the evidence. And then somebody's not getting the liability. They're going to put it off onto somebody else. About 4 or 5 months ago, I got hit by 2 cars at once. Which was really difficult because they were like, oh, it's neither of our faults. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was in front of you guys and you both hit me. It's fine. I just lost my car for a month and a half. But, you know, insurance was there for me. They ensured I had to have at least $250 in my debit account to pay for a rental car. That was a very bold accusation that I have $250 in my bank account. Luckily, I'm maxing out my credit cards. I have the best credit cards, though. They give me a lot of rewards, like my favorite reward, credit on my credit card bill. I'm starting to knock out my $3,000 worth of debt with my $50 of rewards that I've got from that debt. I know you guys are like, oh, poor Jordan, he needs a tip jar right now. Don't worry, we get paid by the venue. If you do want to tip us, definitely hit us up in this jar over here. If you like the comics tonight, tip them so that they get paid like the comics they deserve, you know? But I'm a billionaire in cryptocurrency. I'm a Kishu Inu billionaire. If you guys don't know, that's a currency that's going to be making me rich in the next 5 years. So you should definitely buy it while it's cheap. And it'll go up together. This is just going to become me trying to get you guys to jump on the next Bitcoin. It's probably not the next Bitcoin, but I'm not going to live if it's not the next Bitcoin, you know? I'm just going to like move to the woods or something. No currencies for me. Have you guys smoked enough weed yet? No, not yet. No. I'll stay up here for 75 more minutes. I'm gonna do an hour and a 12 set. Is that what 15 minutes is? No, that's a quarter. I shouldn't have smoked the whole joint, you know? You think like, oh, should I make a baby joint? But then you psych yourself out because you're like, I don't wanna be a baby with the little baby joint, goo goo gaga. But it's too late, you know? So then you have the grandpa joint. But then you realize your grandparents don't live past the age of 50. And you're like, I shouldn't have hit the entire joint at this point. Is that too dark? No, a little too dark. Okay, we'll be lighter. That's the requests. The comics for the rest of the night are DJs. You could give some requests by tweeting at them. I'm not going to give you their Twitters. You could use your mental telepathy to figure that out while they're on stage. I will give you my Twitter. I am at JFreeze, JFREEEZE. I had that because JFREEZE was taken. And I thought I was pretty original, like Jordan Free, J Freeze. It's a natural nickname. But then I went to college, and there was somebody there who had the exact same name as me, J Freeze. And people would keep bringing it up to me, like, what the fuck? Like, there's this guy, and he says he's J Freeze. Like, I thought you were J Freeze. And, like, I threatened to beat the shit out of him, like, before I knew him. But fast forward 3 years later, J Freeze ended up being my drug dealer, which was a very convenient scenario for me, because people would always be like, Jordan, where do you get your weed from? And I'd be like, J Freeze. And they'd be like, aren't you J Freeze? And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, are you your own drug dealer? And I'd be like, don't worry about it. I really like to cook on weed or with weed. I like to make edibles. One time, I was making an omelet, and I greased the pan with some weed butter. I cooked the omelet, ate the omelet, waited an hour, and I wasn't high. So I ended up just eating a stick of weed butter, which was good, because I was finally high. I was just greasy and high. It's fun. I like to post my creations on Instagram, and like sometimes I won't even put that they're edibles. I'll just put them up there, and my grandma's liking them and shit. And then all of a sudden I'm hanging out with my grandma, and I'm like, here, have some of my creations. And she's like, wow, this is the best food I've ever had. It's crazy. It gets better as I'm eating it. Like, what food gets better as you're eating it? Just edibles. And this night, you guys are here at Late Night Hump Comedy. We're going to get your show rolling with the real heavy hitter comedians, the people who are the legends of the hidden ganja. We're going to bring up a special guest who is in here from Jersey City, possibly. I don't even know where he's from, but I've known him since I was a little baby joint. Give it up for the very funny Scott Holt.
This is fun, huh? I just got pulled over on the way here. It was horrible, man. I got pulled over and the cop's like, "Hey man, what are you drinking?" I was like, "It's just a seltzer." I was like, "Let me see that. Is that a spiked seltzer?" "That is a spiked seltzer." I was like, "Sir, I didn't even notice. I'm such an alcoholic. I thought it was regular seltzer, man. I didn't even know." It's like, "Look at me, sir. I have a mullet. I drink whiskey and beer. Come on." He goes, "Get out of the car, all right?" So I get out of the car. He goes, "All right, I'm going to search you. Is there anything in your pockets that's sharp or that could stab me?" I was like, "Just my needle, dick." Yeah, I don't know. I've been better, guys, you know. I've never been worse, so I've definitely been better, you know. I just need a nap and to not have a kid. That's all I need, you know. Oh, man. This was hard. Everyone was like, as long as the baby's happy and healthy. I was like, I don't know. I take 9 fingers and a boy. You know, it's a little bit better. I don't make the rules, you know. I'm tired of this patriarchy, too. Okay, most time ladies clap and woo, but I get it. We're still in charge. You know. No, but so I read a news article. There was a lady posing as a baby photographer. She went to a single mother's house, gave her a cupcake that was drugged, and then stole her baby. And it's like, how lucky can one person get? You get a little sweet treat, a nap, and you wake up with your life back? Oh my God, sign me up, please, where? Oh man, God damn. I was walking around the park with my baby the other day, and some ladies come up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, your daughter is gorgeous, look at her." And then they looked at me and they go, "Huh, your wife's gotta be beautiful." Like that's not nice to say, you know? Oh man, yeah, poor thing. I know she's mine though, I know she's mine. The shits this thing takes, I tell you. I nicknamed her butthole the Cranberries because it lingers. Not a lot of Cranberry fans in there. You got a Motley Crue crowd. You hear Motley Crue's coming out with a new song. They're trying to be all hip and cool. They got a new song called "Vaping in the Gender Neutral Room." You seen that one? Yeah. Some lady's like, "Oh, is your baby having trouble sleeping? All you got to do is put whiskey on her gums." I was like, "Lady, I'm not making out with my daughter." You know? Unbelievable, some people. Unbelievable. You know, waste my whiskey on her? Get the fuck out of here, huh? You guys remember 9/11? Just making sure you never forget. No. You remember 9/11? Remember after 9/11, you'd see a plane off in the distance and you'd see a different building off in a different distance and you'd be like, "Oh no, is it happening again?" You remember that feeling? That's how I feel anytime I see another fetus in the flesh. Like, oh no, is this baby going to crumble my world too? Turns out it's a building 7. I don't know how my wife got pregnant. I hate my life so much, guys. I hate it so much. Sometimes I forget why I go into stores. I just walk up to the clerk and go, "Hi, I'd like to die, please." Man. I want to hang myself, but I feel like it's inappropriate these days to even tie a noose. You know? Gay people have rainbows, racists have noose now, what's next? You know, if I had the time to build a guillotine, I'd just fix my problems. Who has that kind of time, you know? No one tells you how hard it is to have a baby, so you progress the human race, right? I'm telling you right now, it's hard, don't do it, okay? It's all propaganda, listen to me, all right? You watch a Michael Bay film, a hot girl walks across the screen, you get horny, you go home, you fuck your ugly neighbor, the world keeps turning, right? Not me, not anymore, man. Don't even show me a hot girl, okay? Show me a lady that makes a baby not cry, and I'll eat her out, okay? I'm fucking never having sex again, never, not a once in my life. Why is she crying? I don't understand. Does she have an itch? How do we teach her how to itch? I don't know. So I didn't know, breastfeeding, you guys know breastfeeding is like a whole thing. It's like a whole thing. I didn't know I was looking for a lady with long nipples my whole life. That was a trait I was attracted to till now, but it's all I want, please. Oh, man. It's tough. My wife had a C-section, and all the guys were like, "C-section, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah, C-section." I'm like, "No, dude, I wish it was a natural birth, you know? Because the big guy needs some wiggle room down there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's a little too tight for me." I hurt the lady, I hurt her, okay? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm joking. We haven't had sex in months. The other day I pulled a lint ball out of my dick hole. I was like, where'd this come from? This isn't getting used, you know? What's going on here? You know? My wife has the postpartum depression. The postpartum, you guys know this is the way a lot of ladies deal with that pregnancy every year. It's hard, it's tough. And she's like, oh, I don't feel sexy. I don't like my new body. We can't have sex. And I was trying to cheer her up. I'm like, baby, I'd fuck anything. Let me in there. Let me get in there, you know? Yeah, you're starting to feel bad for her, you know. I get it. I got no Jiminy Cricket upstairs, but, you know, you're starting to feel bad for her. But she married me. That's a red flag right there. That's on her, you know. My wife hates the Second Amendment. And it's like I stuck a gun in her mouth one time. Let it go. Stop talking about it. It was last week, you know. Come on. You got to suffer through her using the 19th Amendment because she can't keep her mouth shut. Come on, you know. Yeah, so I was like, hey, so I'll ask her for a blowjob. So I'm like, hey, wife, can I get a BJ? And she's just like, oh, my jaw hurts. And it's like, okay, but you see the size of the piece of cake she puts down her throat. You know? Put a piece of red velvet in front of her and her jaw becomes more unhinged than my mental state. You know, that's not nice. That's not nice. Oh man, here's a trick. Are we couples? Is this a couple here? Are you guys a couple? Not a couple. Nobody couples. Couples? No, none of us. Okay. But here, if you get into a couple, if anyone gets out of their marijuana funk and gets a person to love them, this is what you do, right? If you're going out to eat with them, you go out to eat with a girl, you order the same thing, right? So you just go, keep your fork on that side of the table. Don't touch my fucking plate. Same thing. It's a trick. You can take it with you, you know? It's fun to do. Oh, man. Before this quarantine, I used to go clubbing. All the time. Is that believable? I looked like Jim from The Office if he never got panned and went down a dark road, you know? I didn't go clubbing, you know? But I went clubbing, right? I used to go clubbing before this quarantine all the time, right? And the ladies used to see my ring and they go, oh, is that a marriage ring? I was like, oh, no. It's a promise ring to my mother that I'd fuck a slut tonight. I should have heard what I pinky promised my father, you know? Anal sex. You promised your father anal sex? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think my dad's into dudes. My mom looks just like me. Strange choice, Bob. Why'd you pick her, you know? When I was little, I was on the front lawn with my siblings, and we see my dog get run over. Like his head got run over. It was horrible, right? We were like, oh man, right? My dad buries in the backyard. I'm a little kid. I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, wake him up in the middle of the night. I'm like, Dad, the dog's still alive. I can hear him barking. We gotta go save him. My dad's like, he's not alive. Did you see his head? Go to bed. So I go to bed, right? My dad went outside in the middle of the night and he unburied this dog, and then he reburied it with its claws coming out like it almost made it. Yeah, you're having a nightmare during the day. I would have fucked up the life. Oh man, I used to be a pizza delivery guy. Any pizza delivery guys in here? No? Okay. I used to be a pizza delivery guy back. It was like 30 minutes or less. You had to get the pizza there. So I go flying there. All of a sudden I hear a boom boom. I was like, oh no, I hit something. I don't want this coming out of my check. So I go deliver the pizza. I come back. I go down the same road, and there's a cat moaning on the side of the road. And I'm like, oh no, I hit this cat. I got to put it out of its misery. So I just kind of curb stomped its head, you know. I just killed the cat. And I was trying to help it, you know. And then I do this, and some lady comes running out. She goes, what are you doing? That's my cat. That's my cat. And I was like, no, I just hit it with a car 20 minutes ago. I was just trying to put it out of its misery. She's like, I just let it out 2 minutes ago. That cat's in heat. It's having babies. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. She called the cops. The cops come, right? The cops were like, hey bud, come here. They walked me to the front of my car, and they showed me another dead cat on my front grill. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good, you know. I'm a dog guy, you know. Killed 2 cats that night. Pretty good, you know. You guys know Snoopy? You know Snoopy the cartoon dog is a beagle. Did you know that? Scooby-Doo, retarded. Think about it, man. He could barely talk. He's always drooling. I'm pretty sure he's wearing a helmet in most of those episodes. I'm pretty sure about that, you know? You guys know what tails are for? Counterbalance, right? So I don't know why these Olympians, when they're running down the track, they don't cut a little hole for the back for their dick to swing back there so they can kind of hit those turns better, you know? What are you using your dick for in that moment other than that? You know, why not try it out? Olympians, you know, they don't think outside the box. Too many rules, those guys. That's what I'm saying. Is anybody else having fun? I'm having a blast. Yeah, man. Let's see. Where do I go from here? You guys want my worst jokes? Nobody likes me anyway. Just do my fucking worst. Oh man. No, my grandma just died. Recently. It was hard, So what I did is I took her ashes and I duct taped her to my Roomba, just so it feels like she's still putzing around, My uncle was a strange bird, man. He used to take me to strip clubs when I was little. Right? And then he would buy me a lap dance. And then he would reach over to make sure I had a boner. He'd be like, just making sure you're not gay. I was like, are you gay? Ridiculous. Oh, man. 21st birthday, right? I go out, I get obliterated. I got good friends, And then the next day, I have a family party at noon. Because I'm Irish, right? And I'm like, I'm never drinking again. This stuff's poison. Why do you do this to yourself? My uncle comes up behind me, grabs me by the shoulders, and whispers in my ear, the great ones played her. That was the last time we ever saw him. Drank himself to death that night. We found him face down in the pool. His shot necklace was caught in the filter. He was just bombed. Oh, yeah. I don't know. How you guys think abortion doctors tell dead baby jokes? Like lawyers have lawyers in their field, So you think they're like sitting there with the vacuum and they're just like, whoa, well this one's a fighter, you sure you want to get rid of it? I was going to let you keep it, I was going to put it on my wall and hang it up like a trophy fish after this, but unless you want to keep it, I don't know, sometimes dentists let you keep molars when you go home, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time guys see girls with fat asses, right? And they go, damn girl, that's sexy. Not me. I see a girl with a fat ass and I go, damn girl, that's got to be hard to wipe. There's a lot of juice in that caboose. How did they get it out? I don't know. You got to talk to people, okay? Don't justify cackling. How come you never see any gay Indian couples walking down the block, huh? I guess they never arranged that. Be better. It's 2022. I want to get rid of these bathroom attendants, okay? This is, there was one time I was next to a bathroom attendant, right? And I was peeing, and all of a sudden I had a sneeze that just kind of got out of hand, right? And I shit my pants, right? It was horrible. It was right next to the guy, right? And I was just like, it was like every orifice, you know what I mean? I'm fucking sneezing, I'm spitting, I'm crying, I'm peeing, I'm pooping, right? And I was like the Elvis at emptying myself, you know what I mean? I was like, hello! You know what I'm saying? Then this guy has to watch me go to the bathroom after having just gone to the bathroom, you know what I mean? I'm doing the fucking lava. My boxers were like the netting on the side of highways holding back rocks, And I had to fucking go, you don't have like a nice wipe after a shardy party. No, it's like a 96 wiper, The guy's spraying the lights all over the top. I'm like, it's getting on my tongue, stop, And then I gotta give the guy a good tip after this whole ordeal. I gotta give him a good tip. So I was like, hey bud, you get stuck in a shitty job, scat. And then I fucking beepity boop scap, skippity scoop scap scooped out of there, you know what I mean? So I'm the scat man, dude. Scat my pants a lot. All right, man. I think I got like 3 chuckles. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Scott Holt, everybody! Luckily, he was not my father. I don't think I would have been able to deal with that kind of discipline, or whatever that was. We're gonna keep this show rolling tonight with a very funny comic. Give it up for Gary Sharp, everybody!
All right. Keep it going for Jay Freeze. Keep it going. All right. How we feeling? Are we all right? Okay. Yeah, this is the weed energy. Okay, I don't smoke. I wouldn't know. This is all right. Guess we're having fun. Looks like we're having fun. Look, you guys ready for this Delta variant lockdown? Second lockdown? Quarantine? No, me neither. I can't take another quarantine, dude. I'm gonna die of boredom. I am, right? First quarantine, I was so bored. I made a terrible mistake, right? I decided to shave my beard off. Yeah, terrible mistake. Because I shaved the beard, but I kept the mustache. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. You guys are picturing it. Laughter is the correct response. It was ugly. I looked so much like a pedophile. Listen, I looked so much like a pedophile that I began to question my own sexuality. I did. So much so to the point that I went down to my basement and I unshackled those kids. And I said, do you find me creepy? No, like, am I a creep to you? I needed a second opinion. Guys, I'm kidding. We gotta loosen up. Come on, relax. It's a joke. I use cages. Why would I buy shackles? That's ridiculous. No, I don't like kids. I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't like them. I feel like every time I think of like having kids, I see something horrific, right, that like keeps me from having them. Like on the way here, I saw this kid on a leash. You guys seen these kids on leashes?
Yeah.
Craziest shit I've ever seen. Because he was also in a wheelchair. Like, he's not going anywhere, right? At least not fast anyway. All right, whatever. Fuck you guys. No, man, kids, I can't do it. I think because I was raised old school, you know? Like fucking time out, right? I got beat, you know? You ever get beat so bad that you wanted to call the cops, but you didn't because you were afraid to get beat? You know what I mean? This guy.
Well, I ain't gonna cop today, I'm phone.
Well, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't either because I was afraid for my life. No, I was one of those kids. My parents, they would combine my birthday with Christmas, right? I get one present every year. Yeah, it's fucked up. My birthday's in May, guys. Yeah, it's not all right. It's not all right what they did to me, okay? No, you know what ruined it for me, what ruined kids for me? I used to date this chick with a kid, all right? And she was all over me with the father figure stuff. You know, she's really pushing that agenda. I wasn't about it. I had to sit her down. I said, look, I'm not gonna sit around here and take care of this kid just because I'm the father. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, you gotta take some responsibility for your actions. It's just one of those things. No, honestly, it wasn't even the kid. It wasn't the kid. I don't like when people try to guilt trip me into doing something. You know what I mean? By that same logic, I don't even like watching commercials. I really don't. Saw this commercial the other day, handicapped guy, and he's working out, right? And the caption reads, "What's your excuse?" I'm fucking tired. Like, I don't want to go to the gym. I didn't know I needed an excuse, right? I just worked a 10-hour shift. Pretty sure wheelchair Jimmy doesn't have a 9 to 5. What are we talking about? Okay, that's fucked up. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, fuck the gym, okay? Specifically, fuck Planet Fitness. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, thank you. They're the worst, man. I hate the gym for a wide variety of reasons, okay? The top of that list has got to be the fact that women can wear whatever they want to the gym, right? Whatever they want. We're talking bikini tops and bottoms, thongs and bras, whatever the fuck. But me as a guy, if I look, then I'm a creep. Then I'm a pervert, right? Other day, I'm at the gym, I'm hitting my sit-ups. This woman's labia just brushes, just brushes my cheek. Guess who got in trouble for that? Me! I'm like, dude, her vagina is out. The guy's like, sir, you gotta get out the women's locker room. You can't keep doing this, man. These are quality joke, guys. I don't know what you guys want. These are good. No, they're not. If you're not laughing, they're not good. No, fucking, whatever, man. I'm getting older. I do go to the gym. I'm getting older. And I can tell I'm getting older, not just like physical stuff, right? I'm just doing things differently than I used to. You know, like right now, I don't have any problem leaving a party early. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be like pre-game, party, after party, the whole 9 yards. Now, honestly, sometimes I'll walk in and just start saying goodbye, right? I just walk through the door like, yo, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. It's been real. Peace. It's the best. If you haven't tried it, do it. It's awesome, right? You guys know what an Irish goodbye is? Yeah, so that's when you just disappear. That's my new favorite shit ever. So I combine that with what I already have going on, and I'll just show up and disappear. Yeah. Turns out that's also breaking and entering, so I don't do that too often anymore. I don't, No, man, I'm getting older. I am. I know we don't have any couples in here, but I will say this about relationships, right? I hate when people say, sex is not the most important part of a relationship. I hate when they say that, because sex is a big deal, right? And it's important that you give it the credit it's good. That's why you got to spice things up. You got to keep things fresh. Me and an ex, we used to play sex games with each other, right? Like sometimes before she went to work, I throw a condom in her purse, and she'd get to work and she'd find it. She's like, oh my God, a condom, you got me. And it was fun. She was a good sport. Sometimes she'd get home from work, or I'd get home from work, and she'd be in the bedroom sucking my brother's dick. And I'd be like, oh, again with this. Really, frequently, those two would get me with that prank. Yeah. It's almost as if they didn't expect me home, No, look, I moved on. I'm in a healthy relationship. Me and my girl just celebrated 3 years together. 3 years. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Full disclosure, she's a white person. And I look like this, and that does throw some people for a loop. It does. No, she's great, man. My girl, she's constantly introducing me to new things. She's always broadening my horizons. She just showed me rye bread. You guys heard of rye bread? Yeah, apparently they sell it in almost every grocery store. Yeah, it looks like shit, but it also tastes like shit. So there's that. You guys don't have to buy it, man. You don't have to. What other white people shit that she had me doing? She took me camping. Yeah, so camping is basically when you spend your own money to live as though you had no money. What a concept, right? First time we went, I'm like, babe, are we gonna pay to not have a roof over our heads? The answer is yes. That's exactly what you're gonna do. You're also gonna pay to poop outside, so I'm ready for that one. No, man, 3 years, we're learning a lot about each other. We just learned that we both have these weird smells that we like, Like she really likes the smell of gasoline. It's kind of weird, but some people like it, right? She also likes the smell of rubbing alcohol, kind of strange, but she likes it. I have one. I love the smell of cocaine. It is so good. I mean, intoxicating, really. I buy it in massive quantities. It's awesome. People get weird when I pull it out in public. And I'm like, dude, relax. All right, you're smelling your candles. I'm smelling my coat, My mom's the worst. Gary, you're really ruining church service. First of all, Mom, you're loud, okay? Secondly, we go to Baptist church. Anybody ever been to Baptist church? Yeah. Okay, so if anything, I'm blending in, right? You got people jumping up and down and running around. I'm not the only one sweating. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Now, what else? We, like I said, learning a lot about each other. I just found out that she has a ton of celebrity crushes. Yeah, which is cool, right? We all have them. But none of hers look like me. Yeah, which is a tad bit concerning. Other day we're playing a hall pass game. She's like, hall pass game, you go first. I'm like, hall pass? That's easy. I'm fucking Rihanna. She's bad. Easy, right? I'm like, hall pass, babe, your turn. She's like, hall pass? Hall pass? I really want to fuck Paul. I'm like, our next door neighbor, Paul? Like, that's not how any of this works at all, man. It's fucked up. No, we're doing all right, man. And I know they say communication is key, right? And that's what I'm learning. But we have no problem communicating. We don't. Our problem is that we overshare, Like the other day, I get home from work, and she nonchalantly, she throws out there, she goes, hey, babe, we got an STD, by the way. What? Like, from who? Where have you been? What have you been doing? She's like, babe, relax. I saw your friend John last week. He had it. He gave it to me. Yeah, I know how sex works. You whore. What is going on? I'm like, no, you know what? I'm glad this happened. You know why? Because I fucked your sister. Yeah. Did you guys know that STD stands for save the date? Yeah, because I didn't know that. Found it out the hard way. Completely unrelated note. I'm very single. If any of you lovely ladies is free August 31st, my friend John's getting married. I could use a date. No, I'm kidding, man. We're together. We're doing really well. I'll leave you guys on this. We're not without our arguments. Okay, we're not without our arguments. We argue. just like any other couple, you know. But we don't just have arguments. We have like ongoing debates, you know. Like right now, we have an ongoing debate as to whether or not she has an upper lip. Yeah, jury's still out. Jury's still out. Oh, sometimes it's there, and sometimes it's not. It's just not there. All right, one more for you guys, and I'll get out of here. Like I said, we argue just like any other couple. Our go-to argument is chores. That's what we're always arguing about, right? 9 a.m. last Saturday morning, she's going off. Gary, would you get in there and clean that bathroom? It's 9 a.m. I don't want this problem, right? I put my beer down, you got it. I'll clean the fucking, you got it. But on my way there, I have an epiphany. I'm like, Gary, you gotta start using this interracial relationship to your advantage. You gotta start using it to your benefit somehow, right? So I have an idea. I say, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but when I get there, I'm gonna sing Negro spirituals until her white guilt gets to a level at which she cleans the bathroom for me. Genius, I know. So that's what I do. I get to the bathroom and I get to it, right? I'm like, wade in the water, children, wade. Like a minute or two passes, right? She storms in the bathroom. I'm like, fuck yeah, that shit worked. She's staring at me and I'm staring back at her. And finally she goes, yeah, nigga, clean that toilet. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'll tell you what though, I cleaned that toilet. I did. Guys, I'm Gary Sharp, I'm out here. Yeah.
Give it up for Gary Sharp, everybody! We're gonna keep this show rolling. I'm assuming they had some tiny baby bladder issues. This guy is a legend of New Jersey Weedmans Joint. He's here very often. Give it up for Gregory Hall, everybody. Gregory Cushington, I should say.
About to say, yo, where did you disappear into to leave us to die a horrible death over here? I'm literally playing for my girlfriend right now. This is hilarious. She has heard every joke of mine at this point. Are you a comic or no? Nah. Oh, one person.
You got one, yeah.
I have one. And my girlfriend's like, you know what, maybe you should rethink your choices. I know I tried to push for your dreams, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You should have went back to college when you said you thought about going back. I'm actually kind of glad that he left though, because they sucked. And like, yeah, it was just, I'm like, what kind of weed was they smoking? Usually when I'm high, I'm happy as shit. They look like fucking depressed. So I'm like,
Must have been an indica.
I'm like, I love indicas. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they just like
Sleepy.
mopey as shit. And one nigga right there was trying to, he that one nigga that was there, I don't know why he bothered me so much. I think it's because you ever see when you smoke, was that one dude that always try to be cool when he smokes and shit? Like, he don't want to seem like he high, he in shit. He just be sitting there with a real serious face. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Why are you angry? So I was like, I don't like that. This nigga, I don't think he was smoking weed. He was gone. He was gone. Oh, hey, how you doing? But like I said, George was leaving the first time I looked there, I was like, where you at? This nigga is dying a horrible death over here. I was looking at my girlfriend, I was like, help this nigga out or something, chuckling. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, she's hurt.
I still support you.
Woo! Yeah.
No, you don't. You're like,
Okay, I'm here for the week.
that's why I love you, because you're honest. That's why I love doing Jordan's show. It's like, you can never be mad at this show. Like, I don't know fuck, like, everybody can leave and I can just be talking to a wall, I'd still be fucking happy. Like, yes. So anyway, how you doing, brother? Good?
Alright.
So I was talking to brother man back then. Wait, talk. Always gotta be a white dude, just got to be interrupted and shit. Right, so they just do what? You think, I'm sorry, brother, I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
You good.
I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Good. I like that guy. It's very familiar. So yeah, since Sir Somebody's heard of my joke, we're just gonna do a Q&A. a Q&A. Just get to know me. Okay, so, questions, come on.
How long you been doing this?
7.5 years. There's no jokes at, but yeah, 7.5 years. Well, I won't say that now. It might just stay at 7.5 years at this point. Next question.
What's your worst joke?
My worst joke? I'm looking at it right now, so. Next.
Oh, what's the last question?
What?
I thought you were looking at me to ask a question.
I said, nigga, I supported you right now. Laughed at your joke. No. I was there smiling. I was like, yeah, the white. That was funny when you said that. That was hilarious. I was like, what is he? Is he dating a white walker?
Whatever.
And then, like, you was saying, like, I get it. I've been there. I've been there. I get it. I get it. Like, it's like, when you date a white girl, it's like, for a while, like, you get Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean? Some weird shit. You know what I mean? If you say some dumb shit, you agree. You're like, yeah, we should go to brunch and get what? She brought me, man. She rescued me, man. I'm like a rescue dog at this fucking point, man. She found me at the fucking, found me at the kennel in the section. Niggas that used to date white women. You just shaking in the cage and shit. You ever see the dog just starving? Just that's us. Like, oh, I'll take him. Yeah, you fences and shit. Like, you know. Come on, I'll take you home. We're gonna put on this Erykah Badu CD. Yeah, it is. Like, you know that shit, like you know how like Erykah Badu like changes dudes when she dates them? She did that shit to me, man. Like that shit was crazy. And all of a sudden I got a sensual oil and shit. Baby, it's not about you. Stop it. It's not about you.
It's nobody else's. Why not so today?
The fact that you said nigga, there's nobody else that turned me the fuck on right now. Shit turns me on. What happened? Oh yes, it is. The people. How you doing, people? What's going on? In virtual land. If you're thinking about doing comedy, do you still want to do it? Comment below. Yes, that's the weirdest shit turns me on. She'd be like, nigga, get in the car. I'd be like, ooh, damn. Nipples just got hard shit. My girlfriend's so not the ratchet one. It's hilarious. It's funny. We have a good sex life, right?
Absolutely.
See, that's how you know she actually said, absolutely. Like, if she would have been like, I don't want to talk about that. And I'm like, ooh, I got some work to do. Right? Yes. We've been together. It's been a glorious ride. You know, she turned me into a major stoner. Well, because of you. Because you were a high level stoner. You were like God's here. And she was having me smoke shit I never heard before. Like I just, just smoking regular smegular weed. She had me smoking shit that had me going in other dimensions. And that's why I'm a conspiracy now. Shit, some weird shit. Had me smoke some shit for like Blue Ivy Banana Split. What? She's like, yeah, smoke this. Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter come alive right in front of you like a genie. You get 3 wishes. What? No. I'm just not eating regular weed, right? You ever see Friday? And then, remember when Craig got high for the first time?
Yeah.
Right, and he was like really fucked up. And I'm sitting like, I'm like, listen, how did you get that fucked up over 90s Reggie weak ass weed? Like you thought he was smoking like Purple Haze or something, or some like crazy shit, like banana pot rock. So no, it was like we don't even know what weed it was. It could have been right. Well, we know that's why Smokey smoked so much. He was really trying to get high. That's all it was. Big Worm had some weak shit, man. Hey, man. Like, don't talk to me. Yes, what's your favorite stoner film?
Half Baked.
Oh, that's mine too.
Yeah.
Half Baked.
How high?
How high? Yes.
That's
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm very sad. I'm writing my own stoner film. I've been writing for like 10 years now. I can't finish it for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. So, bro, yeah, so what you do for a living? 'Cause you look real in shape. You look
Me, construction manager.
really.
Yeah.
I can tell. Shit. You came in, I got a little nervous. I'm like, shit, I'm a big dude, you know. And my girlfriend, she's like, you know, I always feel protected when I'm with you. I always feel protected, and I'm like, yeah, because just in case you go off, I want to de-escalate the situation because I'm not trying to fight. That's why. Well, I'm on the lookout. I'm like, I go to the bathroom and come back and see a 7 feet nigga waiting to fight me. I'm like, fuck. That's why I wear glasses. You can't hit a man with glasses. How you doing?
Hi.
How's it? Oh, shit, this is a lovely, lively thing. She's like, hey!
Hi. I've had a long ass day.
I see. Okay. Well, you go on most of the day. Jittering. Okay. Do you think?
No, I was like, wait, that's where I don't want to go in. See, okay.
Take care.
Bye.
But are you a nurse?
I'm an X-ray tech.
X-ray tech. Okay. That's dope. That's that. That's lay off the caffeine. Shit, God damn. She was like, hey! I was like, whoa, shit. That's scared. I like when you yell. I get a little nervous. I'm like, shh. Don't do that. I get in trouble. Oh, that's so dope. You can see the card right there. I would like that in front of my house. I don't live in a very nice neighborhood. It'd be nice to know when you're gonna get robbed or not. It's like, oh, Leroy's out there. Okay, he's not that bad. He's like pocket change. I'll leave you with this. I think I'm just gonna leave actually. All right, you guys have a good night. I'm Gregory Hall. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Give it up for Gregory Hall, everybody! Give it up for all the comics you saw tonight. Gary Sharp, Scott Holt, Gregory Cushington. Wow, this has been Late Night Hump. I'm gonna talk you guys to sleep at home, wherever you are right now, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Magic Instagram land, or whether you're the aliens who are below us right now. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on at that weed spot? Like, people just keep communicating with us and like sending down some energy from this one place in Trenton. And it's just all very intergalactic here. So now is your time to smoke that final joint that you have in your back pocket of your pajamas, if you're rich enough to have pajamas with pockets in them. Multiple pockets, a back pocket and a front pocket for your wallet. That's kind of crazy if you are rocking the pajama wallet. I don't know. What are you cashing in on? Is that just what you're getting from the Tooth Fairy at this point? How's it going?
Hello. Hola.
Somebody else just came into your dreams. I don't know who it is. Sometimes people come into your dreams who you don't know. Sometimes they walk out of your dreams. And then sometimes your dreams are kind of lonely and you're just like in a field and you're like, I needed to be in this field. I needed to just pick at some grass like I was a child, like a little baby blunt, if you were remembering my set earlier, in the field. So pick all of that grass because the sheep, they're jumping over the moon right now for you if you're really sleeping well right now. That would be pretty sick if you could just fall asleep within like 2 minutes, because it takes me like 30 minutes to fall asleep without weed or masturbation or sex or alcohol or probably Ambien too. I'm not going to try out Ambien because I feel like that's going to give me some weird trips. Like I had weird trips from shrooms and I've heard Ambien's like 10 times worse when it comes to tripping. So I'm glad that you're not taking Ambien, and if you are taking Ambien, my voice is probably freaking you the fuck out. So hopefully you're thinking happy thoughts now, like licking ice cream as it cascades down the side of a mountain, like a volcano. The first ice cream cone. They just saw it and they were like, this needs to be upside down and holding ice cream. as the plates of the earth went together to let the aliens down into their forts. Apparently they're coming out tonight, so if you're not going to sleep right now, make sure you're smoking extra weed to look out at the stars. There's apparently going to be a meteor shower tonight. I don't know if that's some kind of conspiracy theory. I'm actually looking at the meteor shower right now. I'm just kidding, there's a roof above me. But I'm imagining it like you're imagining it in your dreams. Hopefully you didn't have too much hot sauce and sugar before bed, because you're probably seeing some very groovy things, especially if you were looking at this the whole night. I was looking at that the whole night. I think that's why people weren't laughing. They got hypnotized. They gotta like turn this off. They're gonna hypnotize all the stoners, and they're just gonna go like this, and they're gonna kill like the president or something. I don't even know. That is a joke. Not that killing the president's a joke. I'm just saying that he's not liable for whatever liability is. But I'm just talking into a microphone at a weed place, so I don't think there's really any factual basis behind the FBI in your dreams hanging out with you and taking you on missions as you swim down the river that is your consciousness. And when you get to the end of that consciousness river, say hi to the little fishies. I'm Jordan Freed, at J Freeze. This has been Late Night Hump. I hope you're asleep now, because if not, I don't really have anything else for you. It's a pretty sleepy Delta time right here. Make like a Delta and change yourself. We're gonna be back here next Wednesday night with improv and some stand-up. Peace, love, and marijuana. I love you all.